Welcome to Star Bios. I'm your host, Casey Gold. Today we're going to explore the fascinating life of William Holden, one of Hollywood's most beloved and enduring stars. With a career spanning over 4 decades, Holden left an indelible mark on the film industry, captivating audiences with his rugged charm and nuanced performances. Let's begin with Holden's early life, a period marked by a loving family, a passion for acting, and a strong work ethic. Born on April 17, 1918, in O'Fallon, Illinois, William Holden was the youngest of 3 children to William Franklin Beadle Sr., an industrial chemist, and Mary Blanche Ball. His early years were spent in a small town surrounded by rolling hills and vast prairies, where he developed a deep love for nature and the outdoors. In 1922, when Holden was just 4 years old, his family moved to South Pasadena, California, a charming suburb of Los Angeles nestled in the San Gabriel Valley. The move had a profound impact on young William, exposing him to a diverse community of artists, writers, and intellectuals who would later influence his career choices. His parents, both educated and cultured individuals, encouraged his early interests in acting, enrolling him in local theater groups and supporting his performances in school plays. Holden's family was also deeply rooted in the arts, with his mother being an accomplished pianist and music teacher. She taught music at the local high school and often performed at community events, instilling in William a deep appreciation for music and the performing arts. His father, meanwhile, was an avid reader and lover of literature, who introduced William to the works of great authors like Mark Twain and Ernest Hemingway. These early influences would later shape Holden's approach to acting, as he brought a sense of nuance and depth to his performances. As Holden entered his teenage years, he began to develop a passion for sports, particularly football and basketball. He attended South Pasadena High School, where he excelled on the athletic field and developed a strong sense of camaraderie with his teammates. His high school years were also marked by a growing interest in drama and theater, as he began to perform in school plays and community productions. It was during this time that he met his future wife, Brenda Marshall, a talented actress who would become his partner both on and off screen. The 1930s were a tumultuous time for the Beadle family, as the Great Depression took its toll on the economy and their financial situation became increasingly precarious. Holden's father struggled to make ends meet, working multiple jobs to support the family, while his mother took in boarders to help supplement their income. Despite these challenges, the family remained close-knit and supportive, with Holden's parents encouraging his early ambitions and nurturing his creative spirit. In 1937, Holden graduated from South Pasadena High School and began to pursue a career in acting. He landed a job as a lifeguard at the Los Angeles Athletic Club, where he started to make connections in the entertainment industry. It was a pivotal moment in his life, as he caught the attention of a talent scout who would change his life forever. We've seen how William Holden's early life, marked by a loving family, a passion for acting, and a strong work ethic, laid the foundation for his future success. Holden's entry into the film industry was nothing short of serendipitous. In 1937, while working as a lifeguard at the Los Angeles Athletic Club, he caught the attention of a talent scout who was impressed by his rugged charm and athletic build. The scout, eager to capitalize on Holden's unique look, signed him to a contract with Paramount Pictures. It was a turning point in Holden's life, marking the beginning of a career that would span over 4 decades. Holden's early film roles were largely unremarkable, with small parts in films like Prison Farm and $1 Million Legs. However, it wasn't long before he began to make a name for himself in Hollywood. In 1939, he landed a supporting role in the film Golden Boy, starring Barbara Stanwyck and Adolphe Menjou. The film's success helped establish Holden as a rising star, and he soon found himself in demand. The 1940s were a pivotal time for Holden, with roles in films like Our Town and The Fleet's Inn. He also began to develop his craft, studying acting under the tutelage of renowned coach Stella Adler. It was during this period that Holden started to hone his signature style, a unique blend of vulnerability and toughness that would become his trademark. Holden's breakthrough role came in 1950, with the film Sunset Boulevard. Directed by Billy Wilder, the movie told the story of a struggling screenwriter who becomes embroiled in a doomed romance with a faded Hollywood star. Holden's performance as Joel Gillis, the writer, earned him critical acclaim and cemented his status as a leading man. The 1950s were a golden era for Holden, with starring roles in films like Stalag 17, The Bridge on the River Kwai, and Picnic. His performances were consistently praised by critics, and he became known for his ability to bring depth and nuance to his characters. Holden's success during this period was not limited to his film work. He also became a prominent figure in Hollywood society, rubbing shoulders with stars like Audrey Hepburn and Frank Sinatra. One of the key factors that contributed to Holden's success was his willingness to take risks and challenge himself as an actor. He was drawn to complex, often flawed characters, and was unafraid to explore the darker aspects of human nature. This approach earned him a reputation as a fearless and dedicated performer, and helped to establish him as one of the most respected actors of his generation. As the 1960s dawned, Holden found himself at the height of his career, with starring roles in films like The World of Susie Wong and Paris, When It Sizzles. However, behind the scenes, he was struggling with personal issues, including a tumultuous marriage to actress Brenda Marshall and a growing dependence on alcohol. Despite these challenges, Holden continued to deliver impressive performances, earning critical acclaim for his roles in films like The Lion and Alvarez Kelly. One of the most significant events of Holden's later life was his romance with actress Stephanie Powers, whom he met on the set of the film, The Lion. The two began a long-term relationship, and Powers would later become Holden's companion until his death. Together, they traveled the world, exploring exotic locations and engaging in conservation efforts. Holden's commitment to conservation was a passion that grew stronger with age. He became involved with various organizations, including the World Wildlife Fund, and worked tirelessly to promote environmental awareness. His love of nature and wildlife was reflected in his film choices, with roles in movies like The Wild Geese and Damien, Omen II. Despite his personal struggles, Holden remained a respected and sought-after actor, continuing to work with top directors like Sam Peckinpah and Richard Attenborough. His performances were consistently praised by critics, and he earned numerous award nominations for his work. Tragically, Holden's life was cut short in 1981 when he died from injuries sustained in a fall at his home in Santa Monica, California. He was just 63 years old. The news of his passing sent shockwaves through the film industry, with tributes pouring in from colleagues and fans around the world. Today, William Holden's legacy continues to endure, with his films remaining beloved classics of Hollywood's golden age. His commitment to conservation and environmental awareness has inspired a new generation of actors and activists, and his performances continue to influence and inspire actors to this day. As we reflect on his remarkable life and career, it's clear that William Holden was a true Hollywood legend, whose impact will be felt for generations to come. Join us next time on Star Bios as we explore more fascinating stories from the world of entertainment. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.